Hi, welcome to The Lion Within. Are you battling with a negative mindset? Well, stay tuned and I'll give you my 5 tips on how to actually battle those. Stay tuned. Welcome back. I'm so grateful that you guys are here. Most of us go through our whole lives worried about the future and replaying past events from the past. This could lead us to overthinking, regretting, stress, anxiety, anger, loneliness. How many people are feeling that right now? Willie Nelson once said, "Once you replace negative thoughts with positive ones, you'll start having positive results." In this video, I'm going to give you the 5 tips that I have come up with and learned over the process of 7 years that actually helped me get over my negative mindset. My 5 tips are going to help you start living a better life and getting positive results that you actually want. If you watch through the entire video, I guarantee by the end, you'll have a good foundation on how to control those negative thoughts and start getting the results that you want. The benefits of having a positive mindset will help you feel like you're more in control and you'll start looking forward to those positive results for the future. Not only that, you are going to be able to actually know how to combat those negative thoughts when you come into your mind, okay? Because just like the Dalai Lama once said, the way to overcome the negative thoughts and destructive emotions is to develop opposing positive emotions that are stronger and more powerful. So that's my goal for this video, is to give you 5 tips to help you oppose the negative thoughts and replace them with positive ones so we can get you moving forward into the desired life that you want. And if you continue watching, you might actually watch me set something on fire. So stay tuned. Let's get over to the presentation, shall we? Let's go. All right. So here we are. I'm finally excited to show you guys this presentation. I worked on it for a while, so we'll get right into it. We'll dive deep. So Dave's tip number 1. This is where you write 10 to 15 things on why you're grateful, or the things you're grateful for and why. And you want to do this every morning and every night. If you do it in the morning, it gives you a good foundation to start your day off right with the things that you're actually grateful for, and it does something good for you. So make sure you pour some coffee, okay? Get ready for like a book. Here's my grateful book, okay? So we'll go over to what we do every morning. In the morning, you want to count your blessings. So here's an example. I am truly blessed to have coffee in the morning because it perks me up. Or I'm so happy and grateful for hot water because I feel so relaxed after I get out of the hot shower. Okay, so that's one of those things that you want to think about when you're writing down 10 to 15 things. Okay, so here's some good ideas on how to start off your list, or how to start off your grateful list. Like, I am so grateful for my daughter because without her, I wouldn't really know what to drive for. You know, I'm doing all of this for her so she can grow up and have a daddy that she can call her hero one day, or something like that, you know? So you can just dive deep into your grateful list, and you can use these examples that I have learned over time that actually give you that really good oomph, okay? So then when you're going towards the nighttime, okay, so you want to review your day. So, and you want to come up with 10 to 15 things that you're grateful for your day. Even if you had a bad day, try to find some positives in it. And it gives you a good aspect of your day instead of like dwelling on it at nighttime. So here's an example. Today I was very thankful for my wife or husband or boyfriend or girlfriend or spouse or significant other for making dinner because I had a long day and I didn't feel like cooking. Okay, here's another one. I am so blessed to see my kids when they get home from school because hearing about their day makes me so happy. You can even say, if you don't have kids and if you have an animal, it's like, I'm so grateful and blessed to have my dog greet me when I get home from a long day of work because that's the highlight of my day. okay? The biggest thing is you want to stay positive, okay? So here's some ideas on how to make your list. You can either get a notebook or type out in Word or Google Docs, and you can print out your list, and you can keep it in a 3-ring binder, or keep it somewhere safe, like maybe a file or something, or a folder or something, that so you can keep all of your grateful lists. So you can go through them at the end of the week, and you can see all the things that you're grateful for. Or you could do what I do. You get a special notebook, you can keep a journal, and you can write down some special things. That's another way you can keep track. Okay, so now we're going to go into tip number 2. All right, tip number 2 is have a gratitude rock. Matter of fact, I still have mine here in my pocket, and when I pull it out, I always name one thing that I'm grateful for, okay? And here's why it's so important to have a gratitude rock. These are actually my rocks, okay? So here's the white one I usually have. Sometimes I use the black one. My daughter actually got that for me. So this one I personally grab for myself, but I make sure I always have that one or the other one, this one or the other one on me at all times. So that way if I feel it in my pocket, or if I need to be reminded of what I'm thankful for, I just put it in the palm of my hand and I say something that I'm thankful for. Like right now, I'm thankful that you're watching this video. So here's why. You can carry this rock in your pocket everywhere you go. I dropped mine. The moment you feel it inside your pocket, name one thing that you're grateful for. For a quick example, thank you so much for giving me lunch today. You're always going to want to say something like, I'm so thankful for having this opportunity to share my 5 tips with you. Okay? Now, let's go over to tip number 3. Monitor your negative thoughts. Now, tip number 3 might be a little bit longer than usual because this is the most important. So you want to monitor your negative thoughts, okay? So what is a negative thought? A negative thought is something where you're constantly always going over your day or your past events, and you're always worried about the future, like, what if I fail? What if I fail? Okay? So we're going to go straight into the beliefs. An example of a negative belief is, I'm nothing unless other people love me or approve of me. Another one is, I'm not important. My feelings and needs are not important. Or the last one, I can't cope with difficult situations. Now, I don't know about you, but I used to use these 3. That's the reason why I chose them, is because it bothers me the most, okay? For some reason, these things bothered me a lot. So it affected my self-worth. And when it affected my self-worth, I just didn't believe in myself, okay? So here's some of the things that affect your self-worth. By believing your negative beliefs can limit you on your self-worth. Our negative beliefs usually come from material possessions, social status, wealth, love, and approval for other persons or etc. We are constantly comparing ourselves to other people, and this is what negative results come out to. So we can also develop negative beliefs by hearing direct messages from people, such as like, nice girls don't get angry, or nice guys always finish last. I always heard nice guys always finish last because I went through my entire life being taken advantage of, and I always thought because I was so nice, I was never going to get ahead. Well, I changed my thoughts on that. We can even develop low self-worth by our reactions to being criticized by other people. So, for example, I am worthless, my needs don't matter, and I'm unlovable. So if your boss tells you, you got to pick up your numbers at work, you can probably say, man, I can't do it, I'm worthless, there's nothing I can do here. Or you see someone like the Joneses, keeping up with the Joneses, where you can see them getting something, you're like, I'm worthless if I don't have what they have. Like, I have always compared myself to other people, and I always thought I was worthless, right? So a good way to counter those thoughts, and this is how you counter your negative thoughts, and I'm going to only give you 2 examples because I'm pretty sure you can figure it out how to counter statement yourself, okay? So here's some examples of negative beliefs and counter statements. So number 1, I am not important. My feelings and needs are not important. A counter statement, I am unique. I am a valuable individual. My needs and my feelings are just as important as anybody else's. So as soon as you have that negative thought come into your mind, you can actually counter it with, nope, cancel that. I'm unique and valuable individual. My needs and feelings are just as important as anybody else's. Okay, so another one, here's number 2. If I take a risk, I will fail. If I fail, other people will reject me. So sometimes for me, I wrote this down because of my starting up my own business, or trying to do something that's not in the norm, right? And if I try to take the risk and I fail, what will people think of me, right? So when I found out what the counter statement was, or I created my own counter statement, it's really relieved me of that stress. And here's that counter statement. It's all right for me to take risk. It doesn't matter if I fail. I can learn from every mistake and use them as learning blocks. It will help me be more successful. It's okay for me to be successful. I will succeed one way or another. Now, this can also not be even a thought. It could actually be someone asking that question. What if you fail? What if you fail and you don't do it? What if you do take the risk and everything falls apart? Well, you can use the counter statement towards them as well. It's all right if I fail. And it's okay to take a risk, because I don't want to die with regrets. You know what I mean? You can always counter statement that, right? So now that you figured out how to use tip 3 and monitor your thoughts, let's dive into tip number 4. Tip number 4 is you gotta go throughout the last 2 weeks of your life, or the last week, or even yesterday, and write down 3 to 4 things that you achieved in the last 2 weeks. Why is this so important? Because you're an achiever. Everybody achieves something, okay? Most people never look back on how far they've actually come. By reviewing the last 2 weeks and writing down what you have achieved can really put things in perspective, okay? This is a good way to remind yourself just how big of a champion you actually are. So, the cool thing is, they don't have to be big achievements, all right? Being an achiever doesn't mean that you have to do something amazing every time. For an example, I convinced my child to brush her teeth. Now, I have a her, but you can also have a him. But I convinced her to brush her teeth before bed, and usually it is a task. So, high five to me. I finished all my laundry. I even sorted them, folded them, and put them away. That's 3 achievements in one, okay? Next one, I cleaned the entire house and washed the dishes. Now, for me, I hate doing dishes. I absolutely hate it. But there's something about achieving that after I'm done, going, hey, that wasn't so bad. So I had to write that down, that I did that, even though I hated it. I finished reading my book, all right? So I have a whole list over there. I don't know if you can see it, but I have a whole list of books that I want to read throughout the year of 2019. And I get so full of accomplishment when I finish a book. So that's one of those things that you can write down that you didn't even think about and you actually achieved. And the last one is spent time with my spouse or my significant other. Sometimes when you have kids, it's really hard to be able to find that time with your spouse. So when you do have that time, you can actually sense that sense of achievement. And that's why I want you to write them down, because you never realize how much you're actually achieving throughout the whole process. So now that's tip number 4, and you're keeping reminding of yourself of, making sure that you remember that you're achieving. The last one is my favorite, tip number 5. This is my personal favorite. Take a list of all of your negative thoughts that you've ever had. Take it outside and set it on fire. And at the end of this video, I'll show you how I burn all of my negative thoughts every day, okay? Well, not every day, but every once in a while, okay? And here's why. You gotta take back your power, okay? These negative thoughts that are constantly going into your head all of the time are constantly taking your power away from you. So there is something exhilarating about burning all of the negative thoughts and self-beliefs. And when you release all of those things that you've been holding you back for so long, it helps you reclaim that power. And maybe you're just a pyro and you like catching things on fire. This can also work for negative memories too. So you can write down all of your negative memories, negative thoughts, anything negative that you've ever done in your entire life, write them down and just catch them on fire. Release them, okay? That is the best way to do this. This is why it's my favorite thing. Let the negatives burn. When you burn all the negatives you wrote down, say this out loud, okay? Or say something similar. Make it your own. I release all the things that have been holding me back. I am letting go of the past. I am letting go of every bad memory. After today, I am moving forward with my life, and nothing is going to hold me back. Now, I would love if one of you guys, or any of you guys, or all of you, took a video and actually recorded yourselves burning all the negatives and send it to me. I would love to make a montage of everybody doing this step. Okay? If that's something you want to do, reach out to me and send me a video and I'll be happy to put it in a video form so everybody sees how beneficial and how life-changing this actually is, okay? So those are my 5 tips on how to change the negative mindset. But I want to give you guys another bonus thing, okay? So this is my bonus number 6. I want you to surround yourself with positive people, okay? Because if you don't surround yourself with the right people, you're always going to revert back into the negative state. So I'll take myself for example. Every time I used to get so pumped up and so motivated to do anything, I would go back to the friends that weren't going in the same direction as me, and I would tell them all of the positive things that I've ever done with my life and how I want to go, and they would just criticize me and tell me, dude, Dave, you're not educated enough. You're not this. You're not that. You're just not enough. Well, when I started removing myself. I don't completely remove myself from those friends. Some of them I don't talk to anymore, but some of them realized that, I started distancing myself and started attaching myself to other people that were positive and were like me, and started actually, like telling me that I was good enough, I was achievable, and they helped me go through all of your achievements and see that you actually are achievable and it is actually possible. Hence why I'm doing these videos, is because I was surround myself around enough people to tell me that I'm good enough to actually do it. So those are my 5 tips. That's my bonus tip, and that right there is the whole shebang, okay? So let's go back over to the table and we can talk more about wrapping up this video. I'll see you in a second. So, if you were trying to take notes during the presentation, have no fear. I'm going to make sure that I give you guys a free downloadable PDF that gives you all of my 5 tips. It gives you opportunity to print it out and write down your grateful fors. I have everything that you absolutely need in this. So if you want to get it, go ahead and do it. I think it's somewhere over here. One of these is going to have a place where you can click on it and go ahead and download the PDF. All right? Now, I completely understand if you think those 5 tips are silly or just ridiculous. I thought the same thing when I was going through the process, but after 7 years of continuously doing it, continuously having the rock in your pocket and writing down your gratefuls in your grateful journal, I do it every day, all the time, and it has really helped me get out of my negative mindset, okay? So I just wanted to give you guys those. I know it sounds silly, but try it out, okay? You have nothing to lose. I tried it because I had nothing to lose, and I'm so grateful that I did. Alright guys, that's the end of this video. Stay tuned because you're going to watch me burn my very own negative list, okay? I'm going to take it outside and I'll show you how it feels to just remove all the negative stuff from your body. But if you found genuine, real value in this video, please hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, and leave a comment down below of what you guys would like me to do my next 5 tips on. 3 tips, anything you guys need, I'm here for you, okay? Also, make sure that you have the ringer, the bell on, so anytime I upload a brand new video, you guys are the first ones to see it. I thank you guys so much for coming to my video, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye! Woo! Incredibly cold outside. It's wintertime here. Here's my list of all these negative things that I constantly say to myself. All right, here we go. So the goal is to get it, catch it on fire. Not for pyros, okay? So I release the negative. Everything on this list can't hold me back, okay? And because it's wintertime outside, thank goodness, we're going to snuff it out once it's done. But here it is. Just catch it and release it, okay? So look how it landed. I don't think I could ever do that again if I tried. But let them burn. Nothing's gonna hold me back. It's kind of cold, so I don't have as much energy, but you can click on the next video or you can click on the downloadable PDF and you're ready to go.